Hello everyone and welcome to TimeSplitters. It's a game released in the year 2000 for the PlayStation 2, and it is the first game in the TimeSplitters trilogy. This is actually a game that I've never actually played. I was a big fan of the third game, TimeSplitters Future Perfect, and my friend and I have many hours in that game, playing that just so much. And then another friend of mine had the second game, which I played a little bit of, but I've never actually played through the first game. So that is going to be what we're going to be doing today, and I'm really excited to give this a try to see how it is. Now, this is the first PlayStation 2 game that I'm actually playing on my channel. And, you know, usually I use emulation and everything because I can make everything HD. We have a widescreen enabled for the actual gameplay. You know, the menus and the HUD will be stretched a bit. And then there's also a no interlacing patch applied, which will make it just all the more better, because if you're not aware of what interlacing is, it's part of the reason why I have not played any PlayStation 2 games for a long time. But in recent years, PlayStation 2 emulation has improved tremendously to the point where it actually looks really good now, and you don't have any de-interlacing happening, which made everything a blurry mess. But there's also an HD texture pack available for this as well that I found, but it doesn't seem to be available anymore. And I gave it a try, and it looks really good, but there is a few issues with it. So we're not using that today. So we have just the standard textures. So why don't we go ahead and create a new player. Now, Rusta, I would normally name my character Rusta, but he's on vacation today, you know. So we have, I'm just going to use another name that I really like. One that I've used a lot. There we go. Let's go ahead and save. Perfect. Okay. So, if you've played the second and third game, this game is relatively bare bones. This game there isn't much to it here. Now, we will have other options here when we actually go through the game and everything, but why don't we view our statistics? Here's our information. Absolutely nothing so far. We can have different profiles. Here's our overall. Here's our story. Nothing. Nothing in here. Challenge mode. Well, that's not on the main menu. So that's a new mode that we have access to. Here's our options. Basically it. Not much. There's actually a few settings in game that I have to change, such as invert aim and a few other things, but we can't access those just yet. And I should also mention, yeah, we do have an arcade mode. So you can pretty much play through any of the levels. Here, there's also a map maker. We don't have all the maps available to us right now. We just have Tomb, Chinese, and Cyberden. And we have a few different game modes. We will be checking out some of these game modes at the end of the main story. And there will be more levels that we will unlock as we progress with the story. So this list will certainly expand. And we have a map maker. I'll probably mess around a little bit with the map maker. But I probably won't spend too much, because I remember spending hours upon hours in TimeSplitters 3 just making a story map, making these amazing maps in there, and I just spent hours and hours. And it's like, you know, you don't really have that time when you're an adult. You really don't. It's like when you're a kid, yeah, you got plenty of time, but now you really don't. So yeah, but I may mess around a little bit. There's also a story mode. Now, I should mention this. When you would think of story mode in a game, you think that it's going to have cutscenes and there's actually a storyline, all that sort of stuff. No, there really isn't. It's basically you just hop into a level, you choose your difficulty, and you just start right in the level, and you have an objective. That's it. There are no cutscenes in this game. There's absolutely no storyline that's really even visible in the manual. There's nothing in the manual whatsoever about a storyline for this game. However, on the back of the game case, there actually is a little snippet here of information about this game, and this is the only story that's presented in this game. The TimeSplitters are an evil race dwelling outside of time and space. Roused from an ancient sleep, they cross the threshold from their shadowy dimension, ripping through the fabric of time itself to make humanity history. Can we unite against a common enemy? Or will we be condemned forever to a realm ruled under the shadow of the TimeSplitters? And that's basically it with the storyline for this game. Yeah, there really isn't all that much. So how I'm going to structure these videos, this is just our short introduction. We're not actually going to get into it just yet, but what I'm going to do, there's going to be a separate video for each level. So, you know, we will start with the tomb and we're going to do all 3 difficulties. Now, let me tell you this game, during my tryout of this, is insanely hard. Even on easy difficulty, there were moments that I was struggling. This game is very, very hard. So I will definitely be completing easy. If I cannot complete normal and hard, you know, that's going to be... I may not be able to do that. But we will unlock things for completing these difficulties. So if you complete hard mode, you will unlock everything from easy and normal that you would complete. So I do have a list of the things that we will be unlocking, but we will get them afterwards. We also get unlocks based on how quickly that we complete the level. So, for example, for this first one here, easy difficulty, if we complete it in under 59 seconds, which is kind of like a rough estimate. I don't think it's, I kind of rounded it. I rounded it up. So I guess, you know, if you complete it under that time, you will unlock something else as well. So I will not be able to do these all legitimately. So I'm just going to give my best, and I'm going to showcase as much as I possibly can. And I'll give it, you know, a few tries here and there, especially like on hard difficulty, which is going to be absolutely insane. But I will be unlocking everything and showing everything that we get off, because, yeah, there's actually a lot of cool stuff in this game. What's really interesting about the TimeSplitters games is that it has a lot of characters. So we have tons and tons of characters. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head, but it actually is, it looks like it's 64 characters. 64 different playable characters, which is actually nothing compared to the third game. I think the third game has like 150. So that's absolutely insane. It really is. It really is. And that's what like really stood out to me about these games. And then the last thing I wanted to mention here, we are traveling through time, as you can see. You know, this is good. This goes back to 1935 when we're in the tomb of the pharaoh in ancient Egypt, I guess. But it's not really all that ancient because it's like in 1935. So, okay. And then we hop up to 1970, and then we hop to 2005, and we will unlock more levels as we complete these. Now, if you notice the time difference here, 35 to 70, that's the 35-year jump, and then you go another 35 years to 2005. The years after this, they actually do not jump up 35 years. What it does is that it actually goes up 15 years for the next set. So what will happen is you will start here, 1935 plus 15. So that means that would bring it up to 1950. And then you will bring it up 35 for those 3. So you'll have like 1950, 1985, and 2020. So it just progresses like that for 3 different sets. There's a total of 9 different levels in this game, I believe. So yes, there are. There's 9 different levels here. So I guess our first actual level that we're going to be starting here will be the tomb. So yeah, I will see you next time when we actually officially start TimeSplitters. I'll see you then.